Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with our main topic today. Well, Egypt marks today the Martyrs' Day and the Veteran Warrior, and this day marks the same day in the year 1969, which witnessed the death of Lieutenant General Abdelminam Riyad, who sacrificed his life for Egypt. And the examples of sacrifices are many in the Egyptian army. Well, to shed more light on this special day, the 9th of March, which is the Martyrs' Day, we have the pleasure to have this phone with General Ehab Youssef, security expert. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Mal. Wish you and all the Egyptians a wonderful day. And we have to really salute these martyrs on their day, not only in that day, but all over the year.
Yes, General Youssef, what does the 9th of March, which is the Martyrs' Day, represent for the armed forces?
The armed forces are Egyptians, as we are, and they are providing their lives, they're providing all their efforts to protect our country, so we can be living in a sustainable environment, having security and being able to be protected. So these gentlemen and women who put themselves in the uniform are sacrificing their life to be able, for Egyptians to be able to live peacefully. And if someone of them dies in a mission, he is a martyr. And if he's for any reason injured or having any disability because of his missions also, he has to be recognized from the country, not to be forgotten at all. And at the same time, his family and all his family members should be very proud, like all Egyptians, of what they are doing.
Yes,
so the 9th of March is a very important day for every Egyptian to say thank you for these people who sacrificed their life, who sacrificed their health for the Egyptian country, and to be able to live peacefully.
Yes. So, General Youssef, why was this day have been chosen to be the Martyrs' Day, the 9th of March, as we know that there are several examples of the sacrifices in the Egyptian army?
No, as you know, as you kindly mentioned, in the 1969, General Abdelminam Riyad was flying over Sinai, and to see our armed forces there and our people, and then he was shot by the Israeli troops, and he passed away. Usually, it was a line of fight, a line of war at the time, and usually commanders don't go into that area to protect them, not for because they are afraid or something, but to be able to set the strategies and follow up on the war and follow up on all the troops that handling. But because of his courage, he wanted to go there to boost the morale of the soldiers and officers on the line of defense, and to give them the strength and to tell them that the highest level at the army is existing with them on the same line, taking all the risks.
Yes,
and that's why it was chosen to be a day. But any sacrifice, every officer or sergeant in the police or in the army to protect the country is very well recognized from everyone in the Egyptian people, and at the same time from the country itself. Whether we talk about the presidency, the administration, everybody recognized these people and their families, because what they did as a sacrifice is very big and very respectable, and at the same time has a payback on the country to be able to live on stability.
Yes, so General Youssef, when did Egypt start celebrating the Martyrs' Day? Is it since 1969 or 70?
I'm sorry, I don't have the exact date, but I think it was around 71 when President Sadat took over.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's signifying the event when General Abdelminam Riyad was inspecting the army personnel this day, and it also signifies the sacrifices of the Egyptian army to Egypt or their homeland. So what is the role of the armed forces and police in protecting the people of Egypt and protecting their homeland? Hello? Hello? The examples are many concerning the sacrifices that the Egyptian army have provided to Egypt. Also, Egypt pays tribute in this day, and always the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi gives or delivers a speech during this day appreciating all the sacrifices and all what the Egyptian army have given to Egypt. And it's also a very special day for all the Egyptian citizens in order to pay a tribute to their army and to all their sacrifices that the Egypt witnessed in the past years. We always know that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi are very keen on this day to meet with the families of the martyrs and to give them, to honor them in this special day. Well, we have a short break and I'm going to be back with you. Welcome back. We continue our interview with General Ehab Youssef, security expert. General Youssef, as we are speaking today in the event of celebrating the Martyrs' Day, what is the role of the armed forces and police in protecting Egypt and its people?
I'm sorry for the interruption of line, but every Egyptian is very proud of the army and the police, and everybody knows the role of them, specifically about protection. It's and to tell you the truth, it's not the role of the army and the police alone, but the protection of the country. Whether we talk about borders that are under the responsibility of the army, and internally where it's the responsibility of the police. It's the role of the people themselves. We choose, some of us, to do this very significant and important role in protection and protecting the country. But in the time of need, we are all soldiers to protect our country. And if you look into the amount of people who helped the police during from 2013 till we were able to stop most of the terrorist attacks that happened into Egypt, most of these, most of the support came from the civilian people who gave information to the police to be able to capture terrorists before doing their crimes. And at the same time with the army, 1967 and other 1973, and all over the time, Egyptians or the army feels that all the Egyptians are on their back, helping them and supporting them and being able to understand exactly the role that they're doing and happy to support them and provide any kind of emotional or physical support that they can need.
Yes. General Youssef, how do you see the Martyrs' Day as a very special day during the whole year in which the Egyptian citizen have to be proud of this day? We see during always this day witnesses that the Egyptian people and citizens, we see them writing on the social media and their accounts concerning this this special day for them, and even the young people and youth. We find them putting pictures of the martyrs who died during the 60s and the 70s and long ago, and even very few years ago, and this year and the past year. They put the pictures of some of the martyrs. They even don't know them. They are not their relatives or friends or neighbors, but they feel that they should remember them on this day. What's your comment on this?
What you mentioned is very much true. As we mentioned, the Martyrs' Day, it's an army and police and civilians' day. It's everybody who gave his life to the country. And on that day, we have to celebrate them. We have to recognize their efforts. We have to salute their soul. And usually
yes,
this should be happening today. But because of the life speed, everybody has his day-to-day activities. The country decided to set up, and this happened in all the countries. They set up a day to remember or recognize the efforts that these people and heroes did. Second, to say to their families that they are well remembered and well recognized, and to give the lesson to the new generation that the country never forget the people who sacrificed their lives for. But it doesn't mean that the martyrs' family, that the martyrs are not remembered all over the year. And this doesn't mean that the martyrs' family are not taken care of all over the year. So there are institutions in the country that are taking care of the martyrs' family and trying to give them all the support all over the year. But this day is to give the lesson for the new generation and to remember ourselves that these people have to be recognized.
Yes, General Youssef, every year we see that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is keen to meet with the martyrs' families and to honor them. So could you give us your insight concerning this?
Exactly. This is what I was just saying, that when this happens from the highest level of the country, the president of the country, when he meets with the martyrs' families and he recognizes them and he says that never forget what your family members did to protect our country. It gives them first a great satisfaction that they are well recognized and the country who sacrificed for did not forget. Second, it gives a great message to the coming generation that we have to be united, we have to respect our country, we have to sacrifice for our country if it's needed, and this will never be forgotten from all the rebels, from every civilian and every Egyptian who's living in the country or abroad. And at the same time, it's represented by the highest level with the head of the state saying to the people that we are grateful for everything that you did for our country.
Yes, so during this day, the 9th of March, as I've just mentioned, that as we all see that all the Egyptian channels and all the Egyptian citizens appear on their accounts, celebrating this special day. What would this present about the Egyptians to the world? What is the message that the Egyptians...
As I was telling you, kind self, that in every country there is a martyrs or veteran day. And these people, as we were just explaining, are the heroes that we have to be always remembering, always taking lessons from, and at the same time respecting their memories and respecting what they did. It was a great lesson to the young generation and make you respected in front of your people and in front of the world as well. So if you and this gives the strength of the country, because if you don't respect the effort of heroes, then you are not going to be able to create more heroes in the future. This is one. Second, everybody will look to you as if that you don't recognize what a great effort and what a great sacrifice from them and from their families did. So as we said at the very beginning, all Egyptians are on the line of defense to the country. We selected some of us to do the role on uniform. If they need us, we are there. And if someone of them is injured or have any disability or passed away because of his duty, is well recognized from us, is well respected from us, his family is should be very respected. And we have to remember him every day, and the country too, especially today, to remember the martyrs, to give the lesson for the new generation, and to tell the families that will never forget these heroes and will never disgrade the amount of sacrifice that you as a family did for the Egyptian society.
Yes, General Youssef, what would you say, what is your message today to the Egyptian youth and the young generation, and what is the role of the family and also the school in getting the young people to know more about the sacrifices by the Egyptian army and the police at the same time?
No, I'm sure that in education there is a lesson today about the sacrifice for the country and the martyrs, and in every school and every class, and this is very important because it gives the lesson. Meanwhile, people, when they go into the media, and you are doing a great role now in introducing the information to the coming generation, which is very important. So media has a great role to do. Social media is also, of course, very important, but the family is the cornerstone of the society. So every father, every mother has to feed his kids how to be loyal to this country, how to understand that sacrificing for this country is an honor that has to be embedded inside of his character. Telling the youth that this country is where we belong, is where we live, is where we are going to die, so we have to take care of it, we have to protect it, even by our soul, because this is where we belong, and it's honor to be able to protect your country.
Yes. So, General Youssef, how would this celebration of the Martyrs' Day would add to the
Hello?
Egyptian... Yes?
Hello?
General Youssef, can you hear me?
The line is not very good.
I would raise my voice. General Youssef. Well, I thank you very much, General Youssef, security expert. Thank you very much for joining us today over the phone in this special occasion.